Just kidding. What's up, Dorita Mayu? Hey, Derek. I'm worried that I'm not getting the most out of the sale of my home. Do you have any advice? I have a lot of advice about a lot of things, but right now I'm just gonna give you some advice about selling your home, but I can't do that just yet because there's a lot I need to know about exactly why you feel this way. In the meantime, if you do feel that way, let's actually talk about some ways that you can get the most out of your home. Okay, bye. Go shut up. Oh, hey. Now I gotta get down. One of the things that comes to mind when you think that you're not getting the most for your property is probably the contract. So something that you're gonna have with a real estate agent that knows what they're doing is somebody that can look over that contract with you. That's a part of their job. Make sure that you're getting the most. Now, the problem most people have in a seller's market right now is that they're getting multiple offers and they're not really sure what to do with all 15 of them, if you get 15. So if you have multiple offers, your agent needs to know how to dissect those offers and make sure you're not making a bad decision, because to be honest with you, 15 offers is a whole lot. It's gonna take you a few hours to go through if you do it right. You're gonna look through those offers and think, man, I'm getting $25,000 over asking on my house. This is amazing. Well, the truth is that $25,000 is probably contingent upon appraisal. What does that mean? It means that if your house doesn't appraise for that amount or isn't worth that amount per the appraiser sent out by the lender, and they appraise it for lower, they're just gonna ask you to drop that price down to the appraised value. So they say, look, your house is worth this amount. We want you to drop your price down. So with you having that high price offer, that's great and it looks good, but on paper, if you dissect it, very well may be costly for you later on. Another thing is your contingency on inspection. So if you have an inspection done on the property by the buyer and that's in on the contract that you choose, they very well may nitpick you to death on that inspection. Oh, you know, this light bulb is out, or oh, this doorknob has a dent in it, or whatever. I mean, that's if that's what they go to the extents to give you as far as a problem in the house that they want fixed. And then of course they have your other major things that could or could not happen. But when you're going through those contracts, you want to look for those that have what's called a pass or fail inspection, or something that allows for that buyer to buy your property as is. And the only way that they may have questions or want to back out is if there's some major issue, which you're going to want to know about anyway. Another one is your financial contingency. So when you're looking at these massive offers that have these $325,000 offers on $300,000 list price, that's all great and good. Not only is the appraisal probably going to be a problem, but let's talk about your financing contingency. What happens if they do misappraise the property? Are they going to be able to pay any of that difference? I don't know, it depends. If you have a down payment of 3% versus maybe 50% down payment on a conventional loan, you might not know to think. The person with more down payment means that they're a little bit more savvy, they're a little bit more of a good buyer, a strong buyer, right? Whereas the person with the 3%, if something like that does happen on the appraisal, they may not be able to come up with any money because they're already strapped for cash. So it's something that you might want to think about on the front end. Another thing to think about is closing costs. What do I mean by closing costs? Well, that's part of the expenses that's a buyer expense. But let's imagine for a second a scenario where your house is worth $300,000, but somebody offers you $310,000, right? Sounds good. But not only do they have this appraisal contingency, but they're also asking you to pay some of their closing costs. And their closing costs may cost up to that $10,000 difference. So if you're looking at an offer and it says this higher purchase price, that's great. But if you don't know to look for closing costs, just to make sure, are they asking for the closing costs or are they not? You might be outing yourself another 10 grand or potentially more depending on your purchase price.
Sounds
Yeah, get him. Go. Get him, please. On the field. Johnny, get up. Do it right. That was a great slider. Oh man, I can't believe they're doing so well. What about you? No? Guys, thank you for joining us here at Crockett Park in Brentwood. Again, the reasons that we just went over are exactly why you need a real estate agent to help you make the smartest moves with one of life's biggest investments, not only on the buy side, but on the sell side. You don't want to fall on your face later on in the contract. It's going to be really bad and costly for you, so we don't want that to happen. So if you get to that point where you feel like you're just not getting the most out of it, please give me a call. That's what I'm here for. Guys, thank you for joining us on another episode. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.